ministers are fleeing the country. Yesterday,
he says he will stick to his manifesto promises. They promised not to put a tax on working people, and then we got the jobs tax. And all we have seen is jobs disappearing. Before the election, the Prime Minister promised, and I quote,
14
not
years
a
of a
penny
Tory
more
government.
on your council tax. The Institute for Fiscal Studies says that now council tax
stagnant
bills
growth
will
for
rise at their
14
fastest
years,
rate
leaving a
in 20
£22
years.
billion black
Will the
hole.
Prime Minister admit
What
that
we've
under him,
achieved,
council
Mr.
tax
Speaker,
is
in the
set
first
to
quarter
soar?
of this year is the highest growth in the G7. Of course, it's not soared under the last government. But, Mr. Speaker, investment of £120 billion into this country, which is a record in the first year of any government, and 3 trade deals, all of which will boost growth. She comes here
Mr. Speaker, he's talking about what he achieved. We just heard that inflation is up again, the worst in the G7. We left him with 2% inflation. We have borrowing up, unemployment up, taxes are up under his government. The fact is the Prime Minister doesn't get it, so let me tell him. His budget last year had high taxes. That's why the economy is contracting. But, Mr. Speaker, the government has said
Speaker, he
that they
still
won't
doesn't
put
understand,
taxes
so I'm going to make it very simple for him. This
But
is
they
a
also
mess
seem
of his
incapable
own making.
of
He shouldn't be
explaining
asking
who
how we
is in
would
that
clean it
category.
up. The
So
fact
can the
is,
Prime
there
Minister
is
clear
national
up the
insurance
confusion
through the
and
jobs
tell us
tax,
what he
and that's
thinks
why
the
they
modest
have to put
income
up
is?
council tax. The
Minister.
truth is,
Mr.
his
Speaker, I think
catastrophic
of the working
budget
people
has
across this
created
country
a
who
domino
put in
effect which he
every day
cannot
and
now
don't get back
control.
what they deserve, and
We
that's
on
who
this
we're
side of the
working
House
for.
know
That's
you
who we're
cannot
fixing the
tax your way
country.
to growth.
The sort of people that
now
work hard
he's
but haven't necessarily
flirting.
got the savings to buy themselves out of problems.
But
And
now,
Mr. Speaker,
he's
that's
flirting.
who we're
They're all
working for,
muttering.
and
I
that's why
remember
we
that
put the
budget.
national
They were
living
laughing
wage
and
up.
cheering. They
That's
had
next to
no idea the
£1,400.
mess that they were creating.
The national minimum wage up, that's £2,500 a year. The triple lock, Mr. Speaker, that went up 400.
They should go and explain to their constituents about why unemployment is going up. But, Mr. Speaker, what is more worrying is that now he's flirting
we know
with
exactly
Neil
who we're
Kinnock's
working
demand
for.
a
She
wealth
comes
tax.
here every week and just talks the country down.
About what that means. This is a tax.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not talking the country down, I'm talking him
on their
down.
houses, on their pensions. It would be a tax on aspiration.
I asked him,
will the Prime Minister rule this out?
I asked him what a modest income was. He answered what a working person is. He doesn't know what a modest income is, and even on working people, they cannot define it. The Chief Secretary to the Treasury said that working people are people who don't get a payslip, but millions of self-employed people don't get a payslip. So are the self-employed next in line for a Labour tax rate?
Mini budget. The fastest growth in the self-employed were the very people who suffered under their repeatedly suffered under their watch, particularly if I remember during COVID, when they didn't get the support that they needed. So she talks the country down, she cherry picks. We have created, Mr. Speaker, since we've been in government, we've created 380,000 jobs. The employment rate is up,
He has been in office
inactivity is
for a
down.
year.
The complete
And all
opposite
we
of
see
what
is
we
him
inherited.
congratulating himself on all the fantastic job that he
I don't know
has
where
done.
these 3,000
Nobody
jobs
out
are
there
coming from.
believes it.
Unemployment has
Not
gone up
even
every
that.
month
Not
under
even
his
that. What
government.
we declare.
And perhaps
Mr.
he should
Speaker,
speak to
he's
farmers and
congratulating
small business
himself.
people
We
and
can
find out
compare
what
records.
those
He talks
working
about
people
the
think about his
fastest-growing
government.
economy. We left
But,
him
Mr.
the
Speaker,
fastest
that's
growing
not all.
economy.
We know the Chancellor is
We
launching
cut the
a review
deficit in
into
every year
pension
until the pandemic. We
contributions.
got inflation
It's
down
as
to
clear
2%.
as day
On
why
his
this
watch,
is.
taxes
It is because the
are
government
up.
is considering
Unemployment
taxing
is
them.
up.
Does the Prime Minister
Inflation is
agree with me
up.
that a
And this
tax
weak
on
Prime Minister
pension
has been forced into a
contributions
series
is a tax
of
on working
chaotic
people?
U-turns. Yesterday, Mr. Speaker, the OBR
we
said
made
that our
absolutely
economy
clear
is being
manifesto
eroded
commitments,
under
which she
Labour.
asked me about last
Doctor
week.
strikes, tax bombshell,
I'm not going
the
to write the budget
wealthy
months out.
leaving in droves. Isn't
Mr.
it true
Speaker,
that
I'm
under
proud
him
of
he
the
is
decisions
dragging
that
us
we
back
took
to the
to invest
1970s?
in our NHS, to invest in our public services, all the decisions that they proposed, and it's no wonder that after a first year of Labour government, business confidence is a 9-year high. 10-year plan on the future of the NHS and they broke it. We're also responsible for free school meals being rolled out. 380 cost back. I'm not withdrawing, I'm going to repeat. Business confidence is at a 9-year high. Being rolled out. Transport across the country and migration coming
Mr. Speaker,
down.
he says he's not going to write the budget, but his Chancellor is on the front of the Daily Mirror talking about what she's going to do on taxes. So why can't he do the same in the Chamber? But I asked him about pension contributions. The truth is he doesn't want to talk about pension contributions. It's all right for the Prime Minister. He has his own special law to stop his personal pension from being taxed. But let's be honest, Mr. Speaker, this is really about choices. My party knows that there is an alternative alternative to tax rises. It's cutting spending, something that they are too scared or perhaps too weak to do. We offered to work with him to reform welfare and make meaningful savings, but his refusal sent a signal, and now the cost of borrowing is rising. The budget is in November, that is months away, and the markets may not wait. What will the Prime Minister be doing over the summer to get a grip on the cost of borrowing?
Portland is a hugely exciting project. Mr. Speaker, they've left the most incredible mess in the economy. And now they think that they can lecture others. That give local leaders real investment to deliver real
their chairman
change.
said
I know
that they've done the necessary apologising for the 14 years. They've done the necessary. I didn't hear an apology for the lowest living standards in living history. I didn't hear an apology for the £22 billion black hole. I didn't hear an apology for the Liz Truss mini budget. So maybe she should like to stand up and make that apology now.